Hi everybody, welcome back to the channel. I'm your girl Shawee, and as you can see, I'm doing another sit down video today. I'll be speaking about the nurses and the migration process, what you'll have to do in terms of migrating here to the UK if you're interested in coming. So what you'll first have to do is to contact an agent. So there are different agencies that are recruiting at the moment. There's We Solution and there is Medline. Yes, those are the popular ones that I know about. You can find them on Facebook. Yes, you can just Google and you'll find the link will come up and the agents information will be provided. So their phone numbers, their emails and stuff like that. They're different agents, so you can contact any of them you wish to contact, and they will contact you and they will be in contact with you as well. So after this has taken place, they're going to ask you for certain information. You're going to have to provide certain documents. For example, your nursing license, that nursing certificate that we got from Nursing Council, that the white paper, they'll ask for that as well. They're going to be asking for your degree and your resume, of course, in addition to some other information. But those are the main things that you'll have to provide initially. Okay, so after providing all of this, they will find places that are hiring at the moment. Yes, and then they will set up an interview process for you to attend the interview. Of course, some people went to Jamaica to do the interviews, but because of coronavirus and everything, and because of technology too, they're doing interview by Skype. So that's what I did. My interview was done by Skype. Yes. So after the interview process, and they will actually prepare you for these interviews as well. They'll send materials to you that you can use to prepare for the interviews. The types of questions that they may ask. And, as a nurse, you just have to know what kind of scenarios they may throw at you, because they're going to come with different scenarios and stuff like that. Yes, and they will be asking about yourself and why you want to migrate here. Those are the basic questions, but as I said, they will send questions that will prepare you to get here. And even about the organization, they will send information if that's the place you're going to interview for. Right, so after that process, so you have done your interview, you would have gotten your answer within a couple of days that you've been approved. And also for me, I knew from day one, because I asked a question at the end of the day, how do I know that I've gotten the job? And then the person was like, you've gotten the job. Right, so you can ask your questions in interviews, but usually it takes a couple of days before they respond. So after that process now, then the agent will send you all the information that you need to prepare for the exams, because you have to do two-part exam. Part one is done in Jamaica. It's a computer-based test, the CBT. It's done in Jamaica. It cost around, at the time I did it, it was £90. Yes, and at the time they said it would have been reimbursed when you come to the country, because a lot of times people may choose to do the exam and then they may change their mind, so we have to pay that fee until we get here. Okay, so it's around £90. I don't know if it has changed, but as I say, they will send information to you to prepare for that exam. The exam is usually done at Shawee or Gomex. Is Gomex or some security place in Halfway Tree. So there are two centers that the exams are done. Yes, so after, I think you can take as long as you want to prepare for the exam, but I think there's a time frame, so it wouldn't be take as long as you want to. I don't remember the time frame, because I think after they gave me the date that I've gotten through for the interview, they sent me the information. I think I booked my exam for a month after. I don't think it's an intense exam as RENR, so to speak. Yes, so you'll get the materials that you need, a booklet of questions, as well as they'll add you to a WhatsApp group where they'll practice questions every day, and you'll get the answers to compare with. So my group, it was like probably about 70 questions every day. except for Mondays, except for Saturdays and Sundays. So you practice these questions, and then when you realize it's a repeat of questions, and then you also get information. You get information from the Royal Marsden, because here in England that is what is used. It's not the Nanda system or what we're used to. We went by the American way, the way we studied. Yes, but here it's different. So, and you'll find that out when you get here. It's like you have to be starting all over again, because the system is different. They do things a bit differently. So after you've set an exam date, now you go and you do your exam. The exam is usually, let me see, was it 1 or 2 hours? 2 hours. Was it 2 hours exam? I think it's 2 hours. And yes, you go on that day, you do your exam. After you do your exam, you'll find out the results in a couple of days. But as I say, it can vary. You can get the exam result the very same day. For me, when I went to Kingston to do the exam, and by the time I was heading down on Knutsford, I got the exam. I just checked and I realized that the exam results were in. Right? So after having done that now, you have passed your exam and everything, you have done the interview, you passed your exam. So now it's time to basically register with NMC. You would have been registered already, but just to continue the process, because the agents will take you through this process of registering with NMC. That's the council here. Just like back in Jamaica, you have nursing council. So it's nursing and midwifery council here. So there are different steps. So for each step of the way, it's like you're ticking off boxes as you go along, right? So after having done so, we have done our exam now and we have done our interview. We need to start uploading our documents that they need for the agent, because as I say, at each step of the way, you'll be assigned a different agent. So once you've completed step 1, the recruitment, they put you onto a different agent. The next agent will take you through the step of doing the exam. The next person will take you through the step of uploading your documents, and they will ask you to send them the documents first so that they can verify and see that everything is all right. So as I said, you're gonna have to provide things like your police transcript, your police record, sorry, your transcript from your school, yes, transcript from nursing council as well. They'll be asking for references from your job, maybe 1 or 2 depending on how long you've been working. If you've been working over 2 years, then 1 reference is okay. If you just started as a new nurse, they may want 1 from your school and 1 from your present employer. Yes, they may be asking for, what else, your degree, your license, all of these things. Again, you'll have to copy and send to them. Your passport information. Why me here drop out? When I stop my video, I'm not going to stop my video. I will continue. Don't mind me, people. All right, I'll just take it down since it wanted to fall out. All right, so they will ask for your degree and all of those information that I just said, because this got me a bit distracted. And after you've uploaded all of this, they will verify the information, then they will upload it to NMC. After this is done now, the Nursing and Midwifery Council here, they will verify all of that and then will decide if they want you as a nurse here. So they will send a decision letter of what they will do if they're happy for you to enter here and to move on to part 2 of the test. Because the first part is CBT, that's the computer-based test. So now, but like back in Jamaica, you have 2-part test. So you would have RENR and you have SPAN. So it's something like that, right? And all right, so you've gotten a decision letter. The decision letter usually takes up to 6 weeks, and sometimes it may take less. Mine took about a month. So it depends on how fast you want to work to get here too, guys, because when I started my process, I took forever to get here. I started my process from around July or August or so, August. And then when I finally uploaded my information, because I did the test from around that time, from around August, uploaded all the information that they needed, but I took forever to go and get my police record done. and to get all the information sorted. So when I got all of those stuff sorted, I sent them in by January. I remember January 20. So from August me do exam, is January I send in all of those stuff because I was still waiting. I was a bit unsure, and after that I got the decision letter by February 20 that they're happy to have me. So, and then by March it placed lockdown, so moving to that step now. So I didn't get to come around that time either, which was, yeah, okay for me because I was still a bit, but all right. So the next part of it, now you've gotten the decision letter, then now you're going to get a certificate of sponsorship from your employers who are employing you. So they will send you that document, and that usually takes how long? About 6 weeks too, your certificate of sponsorship, or even less. So during that time, mine got a bit hold back because setback because of coronavirus. So the country went into lockdown, right? And after this is done now, you get the certificate of sponsorship. This is where the agents will prepare you to go to the embassy, right? Because once you have that, because that's the last thing that they're usually waiting for. So once you get this now, you go to the embassy, you go pick up your visa, and usually it's a sure thing. If they tell you to go, it's not like anybody asking you any question at the embassy or anything. It's just to take your paper. They're just gonna prepare you with it. They're gonna give you a list of things that you need to bring to the embassy. It's usually what these documents that I've already mentioned already, right? So your police transcript, your police record, and your passport, and all of these things, your certificate of sponsorship. So the agent will provide you this list, and you just tick off all of them as you go along. So when you go to the embassy, they'll just ask you for these things, and they will scan it, and then they will take your biometrics, your fingerprint, and take your picture and all of that. Even I didn't really have to bring a passport size picture. They told me to bring it, but when I got there, they're like, no, I don't need that. They took their own picture. Yeah. So after that is done, then it's time for them to book your flight to get here. And then, yes, you get here. Let me see how long this video is. 12 minutes. So yeah, that's the process of coming here. But it is important that when you're coming, when they're interviewing you for areas, it is important that you do your background information on, the background check on the area in terms of what the cost of living is going to be like, right? Because you don't want to come to a place that the cost of living is so high that it don't make any sense. Because as I've mentioned in another video, that the cost of living some places are cheaper, and some places it's a bit more expensive. So you do your background check. If they say you're going to London, do what the rent is like there. If they say you're going to Wales, check what the rent is like, so you have an idea. So you can say, no, I'd rather something else, to choose something else to interview for another place. Because there are different places being offered. You don't have to stick to the first one that comes up. There are different places that are offered, so you can make an informed decision when you're coming. So that's what the process is like when you get here. These are some of the things that you may want to know. And if you want to know anything else, you can always comment down below, ask the questions that you want to ask, and I'll be happy to answer these questions. Or you can inbox me on Instagram, Shawee_Thompson. I'll put the link below, or in the description. Or I'll just put it on the screen, Shawee_Thompson on Instagram. So if you have questions, I'm more than happy to answer these questions, guys. So thank you for tuning in with me today. I'm your girl Shawee, saying peace.